Hi there, I'm Lisa Arana, and thank you so much for joining me for another Assemble This video. Today is all about getting ready for the holidays, and I'm going to be coloring on some craft cardstock with colored pencils, and then doing some real simple stamping and distressing to create kind of a nostalgic look to go along with this storybook character. I have a piece of craft cardstock and I stamped the really cute Velveteen Rabbit in a stocking from the stamp set called Velveteen Noel. And I stamped that using VersaFine Clear ink because I know it'll work well with the colored pencils I'll be using. Now I'm just going to create a mask real quick. I stamped the same image on copy paper and I'm just going to quickly cut that out. I'm sticking slightly inside the lines because this is kind of a rustic stamping look, vintagey, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to create that mask by tacking it down using some repositionable adhesive. And you can of course use masking paper if you have that as well. Just going to line that up so it's just over the main image of the bunny. And I'm going to be stamping over that with some wet cement ink from Hero Arts. I have this amazing background stamp called The Wisdom of Becoming Real. Looks like it is straight out of the storybook, and we're going to stamp that right on top of our masked image and then pick that up. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a really rustic look, so if your stamping isn't perfection, that's a-okay. It'll look perfect in the end. Now I just grabbed a bunch of Prismacolor color pencils in some browns, red, and white. I did grab a green, but I'm not going to end up using that. But I did have it as an option just in case. And I'm just gonna color this in. I'm not even doing any major shading techniques. I am doing the bunny, his belly, and his face in a cream, and then just kind of outlining him in 2 shades of brown. Next, I'm going to fill in that stocking with 1 color of red. To smooth that out, I pulled out my blending stumps and some Gamsol mineral spirits. These are artist grade odorless mineral spirits, so that's really important. You want to make sure you're in a well ventilated area. And then you just dip your blending stump into that Gamsol. A little bit goes a long way, and then you just kind of smooth out all that scribbling. It makes you look like a master colorer. So I did that, and then I added a little bit of brown and a darker red to kind of add my shading, and I'm just following the lines that are built into the stamp. Added a little bit of a white highlight, blended those out a little bit with the Gamsol. Next, I moved on to the furry parts of the stocking, and I kept that a cream color, and then I did the shading again in the 2 brown tones. And I'm just gonna finish everything off with just a slight blending of that Gamsol, and then boop in his little nose with a hint of red too. That finishes up the coloring. It was so super quick and easy, and it's so cute. I think it would be fun to do his little stocking in a bunch of different colors that would match different pattern papers too. I grabbed one of my favorite die sets, the Deckle and Stitches nesting die, and die cut that out. And then I'm just going to quickly ink blend the edges around this to kind of antique it and distress it. I'm using antique linen and vintage photo distress inks and just going around that real fast. This is my new favorite paper pack from Unity Stamp Company called Yuletide Plaid. I love plaids and I will use them again and again and again. So I picked one that I really loved and I'm just going to ink blend around those edges with the vintage photo. And then let's decorate the front. I grabbed a couple pieces of washi tape that I thought would be really cute in a black polka dot and then this red buffalo plaid. And I'm just tearing those off so the edges are kind of rough, and then I'll wrap that around to the back. Add some foam adhesive and pop that up on the front of my card. To decorate the sentiment, it's from the stamp set and it says Heartfelt Holiday Wishes. I die cut that out with the dashes and frills heart dies. And then I'm going to tie a loopy bow around my fingers, cut that off, and then I'm going to use my tiny attacher and just staple that to the to the back of the little sentiment with 2 little staples. And I'm going to pop that up as well right above that washi tape. I trimmed those tails off and I put my mask back on over my bunny, and I'm just going to add a few watercolor splatters over the top. Just thought it would be a great, little sparkly effect. To finish things off, I'm just going to rough things up a little bit. I'm going to lift the edges of this die, and it lifts and bends really, really great with the way that those stitches are built into the die. I lifted the sentiment, and then I'm going to add a few more ink blended edges to really make that ink blending pop. And here's the final look. I just really adore how sweet and heartfelt this card turned out for a very nostalgic Christmas card. As always, I'll have all the supplies listed in the description of this video and on my Dahlhouse Designs YouTube channel and blog. Thank you so much for joining me, and be sure to like and subscribe to catch all my video tutorials, as it really helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for creating with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!